You're looking live at Bristol Motor Speedway for race number 10 of the NAOR Cup Series Season 6 as qualifying right now underway here at the fastest half mile in the world, the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. As cars on the track here for qualifying, 1 lap in total, 5 minutes to do it. As right now, Nick Capiak on pole position for now in that 6 machine as Ethan Fonseca goes top of the board now, as lap time's already coming in really quickly here. Josh Arnold on the racetrack right now as well. We'll see if he can beat Fonseca around his route time. Nathan Lamont in second, Jared Skinner in fourth. Josh Arnold 8.49, I'll put him in third. Josh Adams on the pit road, Morton Kismet on the racetrack right now. Going for his time lap, Hunter Beach in pit lane as well. Cole Snyder in pit lane. Moreno still on pole position for now. 5 cars have set a lap so far, a minute and a half left. Or a minute and a half so far in qualifying. This one around the inside line really quick at Bristol off of turn 4. It's going to be a 14.794. I'll put him around second, I believe. Yes, it will. Behind Ethan Fonseca Moreno. It's Cole Snyder on his first hot lap right now. Off of turn number 2 right there down the back straightaway he goes in that 24 machine. 2, 3, and 4. Off of turn 4. Oh, hits the outside wall. His lap will be invalidated. It would have been a 14.923. That would have put him in around 6th place as Hunter Peach goes up the second as Jonathan Barker coming for his first and only timed lap. As down the back straightaway he goes as Kyle Taub goes up the second. As Parker across the line to 8.03. Not quick enough for pole, but put him inside the top 5 for now. As Hunter Sr. now on the racetrack in that 1 machine. Trying to win the DI9 Designs pole award here. Hunter Sr. in 6th. Zachary Meredith cross line for his first time lap. We'll see what he can do here. Can he win the DI9 Designs pole award? Through 3 and 4 he goes. Off of turn 4, got a bit loose there, but it's a 9.51. Not quick enough for pole, up and around 10th place, I believe. Yes, it will. As a few other drivers have yet to sell out. Josh Adams still have plenty of time in qualifying. A little over a minute and a half left in this qualifying session. Adams through back straightaway, now through 3 and 4. Off of turn 4 looks pretty good. Off of 4 coming to the line. 8 flats. That'll put him around 5th, and yes it does, puts him exactly in 5th. As currently there's no one else on the racetrack. You got Donnie Kite, Sam Wade, and Chris Wright. Yet this is a lap time. Chris Wright coming off the racetrack right now in that 28 machine. Still have a little bit over a minute left, so plenty of time for these drivers to get in their lap time. But can anyone get Ethan Fonseca Moreno's lap time of 14.703 or quicker? Chris Wright, not the best exit off of turn 4 coming to the line. As Donnie Kite now on the racetrack as well. We'll see where Wright's lap time is here in a moment. It's through 3 and 4 he goes. Off of turn 4. Coming to the stripe, it's going to be a 14.846. That puts him around 9th. And that is exactly what it'll be as Donnie Kite now on the racetrack now through 3. Last driver set lap time. Can he go to the top of the board? Coming to the stripe, it's going to be a 14.831. I'll put him in 9th place with 25 seconds left. No one else on the racetrack. Ethan Fonseca Moreno will be the DI9 Designs pole award winner. He'll win the pole here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And not official yet, but pretty much impossible for anyone to beat his lap time with 5 seconds left in the session. Ethan Fonseca Moreno will start on pole position here for tonight's race. As qualifying has officially wrapped up. So now we're into the race session. Currently graying up here. And that's Ethan Bosmaro's second pole award this season. Got pole at Iowa, the last race we broadcasted 2 weeks ago. Ended up finishing second in that race as well, so behind his teammate Jonathan Parker. As these drivers currently gearing up, and take a quick look at our starting lineup here for tonight's race at Bristol. As Ethan Bosmaro on pole position here tonight. Second is Kyle Taub, not three machine. Hunter Peach in third. Mark Kissenweller in fourth. Josh Adams fifth. Jonathan Parker in sixth. Hunter Senior seventh. Nathan Lamont in eighth. Donnie Kite in ninth. Chris Wright 10th. Josh Arnold 11th. Nick Kapiak 12th. 13th is Zachary Meredith. 14th is Jared Skinner. Cole Center 15th. Sam Wade rounds out our 16 car field here tonight. That 27 machine. So 8 rows deep to start this one. Quick race overview. 216 laps is the distance. Stages are on the end of lap 54 and 108. No caution for the stages like we usually have. And right now we'll take a quick look at our weather as well. 76-degree track temp, 73-degree air temp in July 25th, real life time as well, 8:30 p.m. in Tennessee. So it should easily go into nighttime as well. Like I mentioned, the last race we did here was Iowa, and Jonathan Parker ended up winning that race in his first or second race win of the season, going back-to-back Le Mans and Iowa. It's back-to-back short tracks as well. Third short track of the season with Kern County being won by Chris Wright earlier this season, race number 2. And obviously Iowa 2 weeks ago, not Bristol. So 2 pace laps here for Iowa. We're about to go green here. And the drivers, all 16 of them line up to go green. This car is off. They're about to do battle here. 216 laps at the last great Coliseum, and green. Ethan Bosmaro leads us to turn 1. Moreno with a great lead already. Shoots out to a half-second gap over Kyle Taub already. Through 3 and 4 they go. And the most of the drivers single filing out here on the bottom as lap 1 complete under green. Ethan Bosmaro leads, Kyle Taub second, and Mark Kissenweller up to third. Started in 4th place. He's already up 1 spot. Hunter Peach 4th, and Josh Adams 5th. Everyone else single file out for the most part. As double file here, Josh Arnold, and Zachary Meredith. Side by side, Meredith clears up top, and Arnold falls down to 2 positions to 13th place as fast lap time set here by Kyle Taub in the second. It's Taub closing out now here the past few laps. Now within 0.2 of a second of a race leader of Ethan Bosmaro. Big thing here about Bristol is the tire management is pretty important. Definitely could be a factor later on into tonight's race. Taub now running the top side, maybe trying to look for that race lead here on Ethan Bosmaro. Oh, but Taub got really tough at turn 2. Moreno pulls out a little bit of a gap now down the back straightaway. And got now 3/10 between those two drivers. Go back to the rest of the field. Mostly just single file right in the bottom. Kind of like old Bristol, seems like. In early 2000s, that was Ethan Marino, just the fast lap time of the race there. His lap time's already clicking off really quick, already lap 8 right now. As there goes Mark Kissler, looks to the inside top there off of turn 2. Around the back bumper of that third machine is Hunter Peach ripping the top side through turn 4 there. Trying different little strategy now in the middle, so a little bit different lines here through the corners. We'll see how big of a difference that makes in the longer run. Typically on iRacing, the top side burns up your tires a little bit more compared to the bottom. That's why you see everyone pretty much around the bottom. Hunter Peach is like, I don't care what the iRacing usually does. I'm right on the top side. 3, 1, and 2. He goes to the bottom now through 3 and 4. And he's kind of closed the gap there on Mark Kissler. I think the top side definitely quicker in the shorter run, but longer run wise, definitely just want to run in the bottom, just save your stuff. But we'll see how it plays out. As throughout the field, mostly just single file riding around. You got Zachary Merritt up top. He's already up 4 positions, starting 13th, currently in 9th. Jonathan Barton currently in 6th place right now, right ahead of Nathan Lamon. We'll see if their points here can maybe get inside the top 5 here in a moment, but right now, top 5 definitely stretched out to about a little bit over 7/10 lead over the rest of the field. But Kyle Taub really not letting Ethan Marino get away, and he's under pressure now. Kyle Taub might be looking for the race lead here shortly. He gets a good run for turn 2, almost rushes the outside wall, but pretty much perfect through off of 2. Running the outside line, trying to get the momentum. Will look to the inside. He has a little bit of peak, but he's running the top side now, almost side by side with that 88 machine out in front. So we'll see if he can try to do something here off of turn 4. Ethan Marino trying to run the middle of the racetrack, top of the good run, just doesn't have the momentum to make the move into turn 1 quite yet. Moreno defending well on that bottom side. Todd just kind of now settling back in. He would have a peak to the inside or outside of Ethan Marino, but just not enough momentum. But here comes Mark Kissler to the outside now of Kyle Todd. Side by side for second off of turn 2. Todd shuts the door there. Entering turn 3. He stays in second for now. Back up to 4th place, Hunter Peach. Josh Adams still 4th and 5th. Jonathan Parker chasing down that top 5 right now. As side by side behind him, Nathan Lamont and Zachary Meredith. As side by side down the back straight they go. Meredith up top. Meredith making his way up through the field. Up 6 spots already. And can he make the pass through turn 1? Yes, he will. He'll clear that 14 machine entering turn 1 and easily down the back straightaway. So Zachary Meredith, big move right now is side by side. Mark Kissler and Hunter Peach. Peach has been running the outside line this whole run pretty much for the most part, the first 20 laps. And he's really ripping the outside wall. And he's going to clear Mark Kissler down the back straightaway. He's up to 3rd place now. Initially started in 3rd. And now he's back up to 3rd place. Game past Mark Kissler there. As this little battle in here has kind of made the field close the gap back down as Jonathan Barker now. But then a few car lengths of Josh Adams. Same with Zachary Meredith, Nathan Lamont, and Hunter Sr. Kind of a train of cars here. But right now, a lot of these drivers now kind of changing the lines, running the top side a little bit more, middle of the racetrack. You see all this line variation so far here tonight. As now 3 drivers up in the top side, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Each now looking for that 2nd place spot. And run their outside line, but Kyle Top kind of giving him some dirty air right now on the outside. And now Mark Kissler went to the inside of Hunter Peach off of turn 2. Not able to do much there as Jonathan Barker now looking the outside of Josh Adams for 5th. As the tires are starting to wear out here, about 5/10 of a second fall off already, 25 laps into this one. We're also pretty much almost halfway through stage 1. Stage 1, like I mentioned, ends on lap 54. Hunter Peach and Mark Kissler are still side by side. This one is kind of running the inside line, trying to get around that 20 machine of Hunter Peach. Peach clears off of turn 2. And now Kyle Taub closed the gap back down to Ethan on second. Moreno trying to defend well. He defended Taub's attack earlier. Taub really trying to work the outside line. Moreno doing a great job just not letting him get to the right rear quarter panel and get side by side with him. It's Peach and Marcus are still side by side. Peach clears down the back. As mostly single out throughout the field for now. 30 laps into this one. And the tires are starting to wear out, so I think we're going to see some comers and goers here the next few laps or so. We already see Mark Kissler up 6 spots already. We'll see there on the bottom right of your screen. Kissler up 6, Cole Center up 3, Josh Arnold up 1. They're side by side there for 4th place. Really duking out here. We're around the top 5 spot. 5 cars pretty much under a blanket here at Bristol. Each trying to defend that 3rd place spot. Will he be able to here through 1 and turn 2? As here comes Adams, gonna have a good run on Kisswinner. Here comes Parker to the outside as well. And Zachary Merritt not too far behind as well. So 5 cars under a blanket. All battling for the top 5 spot, top 3 spot even as well. But here comes Mark Kisswinner. Good run off of turn 2 there, but Zachary Merritt behind. Trying to get around Jonathan Parker. Parker defends well. Meredith stays in 7th. As here comes Kissler once more on the inside of Hunter Peach. Can anyone get around that 20 machine? He's been great defending that top 3 spot ever since he got back from Mark Kissler a few laps ago. Kissler is still running the inside line trying to do something. Peach still out in front of this pack. Now Adams now attacking Mark Kissler here for 4th place. Adams to his right rear quarter panel. Are now alongside him down the back straightaway. And entering turn 3. Adams now clears for 4th. And he moves himself up 1 spot. As Kissler falls back to 5th. As can Jonathan Parker maybe work his way into the top 5 here in a moment. So far we've been 39 laps green, make it 40 here in the moment. Ethan Moreno has kind of pulled out a little bit of the gap here on Kyle Taub, but Taub reeling him back in these last few laps. Slap traffic up ahead, that's I believe Chris Wright in the 28 machine. Came out pit lane, I've started in the pits. Only get 13 seconds back, about to be lapped down here probably in the next few laps or so. As here comes Taub, good run off for turn 2, has the momentum down into turn 3. Really still ripping that outside line, trying to do something on Ethan Moreno. Moreno pulls the gap back about half a second now. And side by side there, Mark Kissler and Jonathan Parker. Parker on the inside, not able to do anything off of turn at number 2. as the stage is almost coming to the end as well. Well, with second now heating up as Hunter Peach in the outside wall. Doesn't really slow down too much as Ethan Massimiliano is gapped over a second now on Kyle Todd here. Becoming to 7 laps to go in the stage as he has caught lap traffic up ahead as well of Chris Wright. Side by side here, Jonathan Barker and Mark Kissler Parker on the outside. He's going to clear that 15 machine off for turn number 4, and he moves himself in the top 5 for the first time tonight. As Todd and Peach now going at it for second. As Bristol, one of the hardest racetracks to pass at, as now Edith Moreno having trouble getting around the lap car of Chris Wright. Even being a race leader, having issues making the pass on the lap car. And still side by side there, here. As Hunter seeing Nathan Lamont side by side, senior goes up to 8th place ahead of Nathan Lamont. Is now being side by side here with the lap car, going to burn up Ethan Moreno's tires, and also slowing down just a little bit for Kyle Todd behind Peach, maybe to close the gap a little bit. He finally gets around Chris Wright. And Chris Wright first ever 1 lap down here tonight. As coming to the end of the stage, coming to 2 laps to go in stage 1. Is on the end of lap 54. As Todd hits the outside wall a bit off of turn 4 as well. Now they're actually where they go. Spread out a few curlings between these drivers as well, but off of turn number 4, white flag for stage 1 for Ethan Fonseca Moreno. As through turn 4 he goes, and off of turn 4 he will win at stage 1 and lead every lap doing so as well. UFM stage winner right there. Is now Hunter Peach under attack from Josh Adams here right after the stage. Lap traffic also involved as well. Chris Wright staying to the bottom of the racetrack. Getting out of the way of the lead lap cars after he's already 1 lap down. No reason to really fight too much anymore. As here comes Josh Adams, looks to the inside of Peach. He was not able to get around Hunter Peach earlier when he was this close. We'll see if he can do it this time. Him or Marcus Miller was not able to get around Hunter Peach. Adams to the inside, off of turn 2, almost in contact there down the back straightaway. Adams alongside down the inside of 3 and 4. Can he make the move? Maybe a little slide job here. Through 1 and 2 as they go side by side still. Jonathan Parker lurking in the background. Marcus Miller as well lurking. As still side by side in the turn 3. No one really able to get too much of an advantage off the exit of the corners. Peach has a better run off the exits. Adams has better entries. It's kind of a chess match here. Who can get some better momentum? Adams, can he send it through 3 and 4 up the racetrack? He goes a little bit, and then he'll clear. Yes, he will. Adams moves himself in the top 3 spot. As here comes Jonathan Parker out to the inside of Hunter Peach. I think Peach may have burnt up his tires just a little bit too much here. And that's kind of allowing the drivers to save a little bit better. Maybe make some moves around him, like Josh Adams, Jonathan Parker, maybe Mark Kissler here in the moment as well. As Parker, the inside, he's got to clear out the turn 2, and Parker moves himself up 1 more spot up to 4th. Peach falls down to 5th place. There's just 2 spots setting him out of about 5 laps. This can Mark Kissler now maybe get around Hunter Peach, as the tires are starting to fall off big time, about a second off for most of these drivers, 7/10 to about a second. This fall off so far. But in the meantime here, Ethan Mazzamero continues to lead here on lap 63. We do the other end, crank it up here at Bristol. As we're back live here at Bristol. And on the yellow line, crank it up there. Saw Jonathan Barker get around Josh Adams. He moves himself up to third. And now he's going to try to chase down Kyle Todd. Ethan Montgomery pulls out to about a 3-second lead almost, a little under that on the rest of the field right now. And we've been green ever since the start of the green flag. As will we see pit stops same way down pit lane here? First driver of the pits. As update, Hunter Sr. out of tonight's race. 5 laps down, currently not on the racetrack. Not sure what happened exactly to that one machine. But in the meantime here, Jonathan Barker side by side for a moment with Kyle Todd, not able to do anything. As Hunter Peach slow for tire squeals in the background as well. We stay green though, not sure what happens to that 20 machine. As almost, I think he might hit the outside wall for turn 2. Nathan Lamont clipped him there. It's the outside wall with his right front. Might be some aero damage for that 20 machine. Starting in 3rd place, I don't think he saved his tires the best. He's kind of fallen back ever since around lap 60 or 50 or so. Now he's down to 9th place, and unfortunate result for him right now. But still early on this race, as Mark Kissler now behind Jonathan Parker. Parker has kind of lost Kyle Todd out for a second, but here comes Mark Kissler inside that 48 machine. Side by side for moments, but Parker clears down the front straightaway. Most of the field kind of spread out. We'll see some pit stops happen here as Ethan finds on Moreno to the inside of Johnny Kite. As soon as that, Josh Arnold down pit lane. Second driver down pit lane right now behind Sam Wade. Moreno trying to get around Johnny Kite as quick as he can, but Jonathan Parker now back in Kyle top to the inside he goes. Headed up 3 machine for second. And Mark Kissler as well, right there in the background, waiting in the wings, see if he can maybe pick up a spot or 2 as well. As off the pit lane goes Josh Arnold. A little bit of front end damage to that 22 machine. This Parker not able to get around Kyle top there, kind of fell back a little bit. As Arnold with fresher tires able to kind of hang on right now. It's Todd still in second right now as Josh Arnold gets around those 2 drivers. And now Parker gonna go back under the attack of Kyle Todd. To the inside he goes. Is Nick Capiak bringing her down pit lane here on lap 87? As Parker trying to get around that 3 machine of Kyle Todd right now for 2nd place. They're back single file all 3 of these drivers for the most part. Down into turn 3, Parker backs out of it as side by side behind Josh Adams and Zachary Meredith. This is for 5th place. Almost some contact here off the exit of the corner. Capiak, long pit road for him, pit stop for him. And that 6 machine is still side by side. Josh Adams and Zachary Meredith. As Coulson has also joined the picture as well. So 2 3-car battles here on the racetrack, 1 for 5th and 1 for 2nd. And Zachary Meredith and Josh Adams still side by side. And Capiak off the pit lane right now, unless I've had a speeding penalty or some sort of penalty on pit lane. As Kyle Top and Jonathan Parker up front as well, battling here for a second. They're side by side in multiple spots here on the racetrack. As a little lap traffic, Nick Capiak coming over pit lane. Three abreast for a moment. Just one job bring her down pit lane. I believe that might be Jared Skinner, that 7 machine. Yes, it is. Jared Skinner down in the pit lane. As Snyder now making his way through the field as he got around Zachary Meredith. Can he get around Josh Adams for 5th place as well? As Jonathan Parker was able to clear Kyle Taub, not quite. Taub still on the outside hanging on. As a bunch of battles in the race, I guess Cole Center finally clears Josh Adams. He moves himself up to 5th. Back up for 2nd. Jonathan Parker and Kyle Taub side by side still these past 10 or so laps. Mark Kisswell have nowhere else to go behind them as well. And these two continue to fight for a 2nd place spot. Kyle Top on the outside wall for turn 4. Parker still on the inside. Can he clear that 3 machine? Not quite through 1 and 2. I thought he had a chance maybe. He's just not had the momentum off the exit of these corners to do much. As they're still just side by side. It's just Bristol is such a hard place to pass. It's just so tough right now to make some moves on the racetrack. Parker finally clears there for 2nd, so 6th to 2nd there for Jonathan Parker. It took him about 100 laps to do that. But stage 2 coming to an end here shortly around on lap 108, so about 8 laps to go in the stage. As here comes the cat back to the inside. Remember, he has fresh tires as well. He pitted a little bit ago. But he also had a penalty. He pitted 9 laps ago. But he did have a penalty in pit lane as Josh Arnold back down pit lane. Here, 2nd pit stop for him. Not sure exactly if he had some damage. He has obviously front end damage, but 2nd time down pit lane. As when will the rest of the field also come down pit lane? As we're almost to the halfway point in this race as well, which is the end of stage 2 on lap 108. Mostly some about back out to the field has some great battles in the mid pack and the front pack as well. But Ethan Moreno has been the star of the show pretty much. We haven't really talked about him because he's so far out front. But currently still has led every lap so far. Zachary Meredith also down pit lane. So it should be a one-stop race from here on out. Because we're about to go the halfway here in about 2 laps or so, and also the end of stage 2 as well in 2 laps. Back show he goes. Mark Kisswell brings her down pit lane as well. Off of turn number 4. Another stage win for Ethan Fonseca Moreno. And we're halfway through this one officially. And also, like I mentioned, Mark Kisswell down pit lane. Right at the halfway point here for a 15 machine. And Moreno has a 9-second lead over his teammate Jonathan Parker. But as soon as Parker got around Todd, his top bringer down pit lane, I'm guessing right now. They may have some issues, possibly, but no, he's coming on pit lane in that 3 machine. So pit stops happening on the racetrack for some of our leaders as well. We'll see when Moreno comes out pit lane. Josh Adams in 5th currently. Kyle Top into his stall right now. As the top 7 have yet to pit so far, everyone else on back have pitted. Chris Wright being the exception. He is also not pitted, but pitted on lap, looks like 3. As caution flag flies. Hunter Peach around in turn 1 and turn 2. That's our first yellow of the night here on lap 113. And that's unfortunate for a lot of those drivers that just pitted. A lot of front runners as well. Kyle Todd, Mark Kissman, and Zachary Merritt. They're running a pretty good race. And caution comes out here for Hunter Peach. Not the first time he's been in the outside wall tonight. Made contact with, Nathan Lamont earlier in tonight's race off of turn 2. It was him and the leader, Ethan Marino. Oh, Marino got tagged by, I think that's Nathan Lamont. And Hunter Peach, a victim in that right there, as Ethan Marino. Round he goes, our race leader as well involved. Pit stop tapping here as Jonathan Parker staying out, it looks like, as Moreno comes on the pit lane. I believe it is a 1 pit lane, that's why he went on the back straightaway, but Josh Adams have not yet pit as well, so very interesting what's going on here. Not sure exactly. But Parker bringing down pit lane as Moreno already in his stall, still in his box as well. And there he goes, fixing some damage probably. The 88 machine will sort this out. It's Parker and Adams now pit lane now. As only 4 drivers on the lead lap currently. That changes absolutely everything. Dropping the jack right there. Those drivers, as here comes Jonathan Parker off the pit lane. Chris Wright as well. Moreno bringing it down back pit lane, maybe fixing some of that damage he has. But while this gets sorted out, Cole Center currently our race leader, looks like. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here at Bristol. As we're back live here at Bristol, Cole Center leads the rest of the field over Jonathan Parker. Some lap truck cars in between them as green flag is back out in the air. As Cole Center leads Jonathan Parker in second. Way back as Nathan Lamont already going around there in the turn 1 and turn 2. He saves it though, and we stay green. Josh Adams currently has a black flag. Looks like Nathan Lamont just clipped the inside, got loose there in that 14 machine, but we stay green. So it's Snyder, Parker, Adams, and Ethan Moreno very spread out due to lap traffic in between these drivers. Only four cars on the lap, and also Josh Adams has a black flag as well. He'll most likely have to serve that down pit lane here under green. But right now the lucky dog position will go to Donnie Kite.